Time now to bring you sports here on the AM show with me, Muftao Nabila Abdullah. Ghana's Black Stars, they have touchdown in Luanda ahead of the African Cup of Nations qualifier against Angola on Friday. The Black Stars arrived at about 5 a.m. per statement from the Ghana Football Association. It says that the team had 3 productive training sessions in Accra before departing for Luanda on Wednesday. Ghana currently sit in 3rd place in Group F with 2 points from their 4 matches, trailing both Angola and Sudan. The Black Stars will be hoping to secure a spot in the 2025 African Cup of Nations tournament, and this match against Angola is critical for their chances. The team will hold their official training session at Estadio November in Luanda on Thursday, November 14 at 8 p.m. local time, and then Angola, who are at top of the group with 12 points and have already qualified, they will also hold their training session at 9 p.m. The game will kick off 7 p.m. tomorrow. Ghana's fate could be decided today if Sudan should get a draw or even win against Niger later today to qualify to the African Cup of Nations. Sudan needs just a point to be able to qualify because currently they are second on the table with 7 points and need just a point to be able to qualify, while Ghana sits third with 2 points, which is 5 points behind Sudan and also 10 points behind leaders Angola. Let's hear from West Ham United striker Mikel Antonio. He's our next guest on Prime Take. He's been speaking about the disappointment if Ghana fails to qualify to the African Cup of Nations.
In January.
Morocco, yeah.
They didn't go to AFCON. They didn't qualify.
Ghana cannot qualify. Ghana has 2 points. And I know maybe oftentimes when you're watching the AFCON, you want to watch Ghana. That would be disappointing, isn't it?
It is very disappointing. But to be fair, Ghana's going through a transition right now. Like, it's one of those things where obviously new players are coming in and stuff like that, trying to find out their philosophy that they used to have. Obviously, the qualities that Ghana used to have, the qualities that, to be fair, they've still got the same qualities now. Would you say Ghana had better players back then or better now?
Okay, so many years ago, let me just go back to 2004, 2005, 2006, where we had Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah, Suleiman Tari, Elijah Kingston, we had Eric Addo, we had John Mensah, John Penso, we had Hans Sarper. These were very good players. Then came Kelvin Prince Boateng. He was part of the squad for the 2010 FIFA World Cup. There was Anthony and Kojo Asamoah. Then Andre Ayew came. In fact, you played with Andre Ayew.
I played with Andre Ayew.
I don't even ask you about Andre. You played with him.
I played with him. Quality player. Very good. Technically unbelievable. Always knew where the goal was. He was quality. Very good. It's like the Prince of Ghana, isn't he?
Well, in recent times, he's been given opportunities in the national team. So.
Well, he's getting a bit older now, obviously, out with the old, in with the new. That's one thing that happens in football all the time. You get rid of the older players and you try to bring in someone new. It's the same thing with West Ham. Every year they try to get rid of me and try to bring in a nice little young boy, but obviously I'm still there.
You're the Methuselah.
I'm being reasonable.
You're the Methuselah. You're definitely the Methuselah of West Ham United. But that would be very frustrating that all the time they want to push you out and bring in a young person. But as a footballer, these are things you understand, definitely.
It happens. Like, on the end of the day, players get older, they look for something new, they get new qualities. Obviously, certain things that I could have done when I was younger, I probably can't do now, but there's other things that I brought into my game. As you get older, you find a new way to do things and you get experience. So I'm not as quick as I used to be, but I probably am a bit stronger.
Ghana Football Association Vice President, former Ghana Football Association Vice President George Afriyie, he has responded to allegations of misconduct following a charge submitted to him by the Ghana Football Association prosecutor. The GFA had said that George Afriyie, in an interview with a Kumasi-based television station, Kesben TV, had said that the Ghana Premier League outcome has been manipulated by powers that be, within the governance of football. And in his response that was submitted to the Ghana Football Association, he defined what match manipulation is per FIFA, and he says FIFA defines match manipulation as the unlawful influencing or alteration directly or by an act of omission, by an act or omission of the cause, result, or any other aspect of a football match or competition. Following this, permit me to cite the following instance which the Ghana League have experienced acts which constitute match manipulation. So he gave them 2 examples and also went and picked up some other website stories and submitted to the Ghana Football Association. So this one instance that he's talking about, it's the 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League season. According to him, Midiama SC versus King Faisal. In the 38th minute of the game, there was a foul committed outside the penalty area of King Faisal by a defender of King Faisal, but a video watch. The referee picked the foul which occurred outside the penalty area, but signaled for a penalty in favor of Midiama SC, which was an error. We found that decision very strange since the markings were very visible. Well, the Ghana Football Association then decided to sanction the referee. This is what the referee gave to the GFA when he was responding. He said, the referee, Misbah Mohammed, and his assistant referee, Kenneth Chunibua Kodia, both claimed they did not see clearly that the foul was committed outside the penalty area. They blamed each other for the error. The referee said he relied on the assistant referee for his decision, and the assistant referee also claimed that he relied on the action of the referee for his decision. So George Afriyie, per what he sent to the Ghana Football Association and per what he cited from FIFA, the outcome of that game was influenced by the act of the referees. So he says that the Ghana Football Association match review panel suspended the assistant referee, Patrick Papala, for 1 year for denying Accra House of Folk a legitimate goal in the game against Real Tamale United on March 33 of the 2022-2023 Ghana Premier League season. With a few minutes to end the game, which was held at the Accra Sports Stadium, Yao Amankwa Befi of House of Folk scored to restore parity as they had trailed 2-1 until then. Papala, the decision of the GFA to also sanction Papala clearly suggested that his action influenced the outcome of the game. So according to George Afriyie, these incidents clearly manipulate the outcome of games in the Ghana Premier League. He goes on to say that the result meant a loss on the final day could have... So here, however, the goal was denied as a result of Papala, who flagged the youngster offside, thereby denying the Phobians a crucial point while leaving them in danger ahead of their final Ghana Premier League game of the season. The result meant a loss on the final day could have seen House of Oak relegated, but the Phobians were fortunate to have seen their competitors at the time, Tamale City, lose to Midiama on the final day. So he went on to also cite alleged bias. According to him, there were interviews that were granted by other people, the likes of Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, Alaji Cruiser, McDan and co., all saying that the outcome of Ghana Premier League matches are manipulated. But the Ghana Football Association decided to come after him despite comments that had been made earlier by other people. He said the citations made above and the punitive measures given is a clear indication of the GFA not putting pragmatic measures to address potential manipulation. Again, similar comments made by others in the past have gone uninvestigated, which raises concerns and eyebrows about selective prosecution and the fairness of the disciplinary process. It is therefore essential to address the underlying issues rather than targeting individuals. So he feels he's been targeted by the Ghana Football Association. He said, finally, the lack of response by the GFA on the above issue is testament that the GFA agrees that the leaks are manipulated. If the FA had a contrary view of the comments made, I would have taken steps to investigate it. So that's why he's saying, conclusion, I respect the Ghana Football Association's role in maintaining the integrity and therefore request for a fair hearing and consideration of my response. So he says he's not guilty. And Danny Jordan, he also appeared before a South Africa court on Wednesday for alleged embezzlement of $71,000. That is an equivalent of 1.3 million rands. He was granted 20,000 rand bail, which is equivalent to $1,000. Let's hear what transpired in court.
He might not be allowed to involve himself in official duties of FIFA and his affiliates, Your Worship. Yet again, Your Worship, if a scenario arises where he has to attend to a tournament, a FIFA or rather a CAF tournament for that matter, which would be running over a period of a month, that might interfere with his appearances in court, Your Worship. And I had the suggestion by my colleague that the investigator
trial, they do not consider them being a flight risk. However, they have requested the court to consider certain conditions pertaining to bail. Pertaining to the surrendering of the passports, it appears from what Mr. Malabate addressed the court, it is more a proactive safeguard than anything else. They also think that they can curtail any possible contact with the witnesses through bail conditions by including a list of which we now know are 19 names contained on which the applicants should not make contact to. Then there was only the slightly higher bail quantum in the amount of 20,000 rand, which the respondent has suggested. Now, after all considered, the court is satisfied that indeed there is no reason to conclude anything other than the interest of justice will permit your release on bail. Pertaining to the quantum, first of all, I do not think that the quantum of bail suggested by the respondent is unreasonable. It appears to be achievable by all the applicants. When considering a bail quantum, the court must not fix bail in an amount which is totally beyond the reach of an applicant, which will tantamount to a denial of bail. But I do not think we are in that ambit. All three the applicants can achieve the quantum of 20,000 rand, and as said, I don't think that is an unreasonable amount. The court will fix bail in the amount of 20,000 rand for each of you.